squad is clearly short in quality. I think he's only...
Not a cheap squad.
Sorry, I say only. He's brought in 4 players, of his own, inherited a squad that was failing.
Yeah.
A squad that has been criticised for not having the mentality, and changing that is something that so many managers have attempted at Rangers, since Steven Gerrard won the league.
Yeah.
5 years ago, and they failed to do it. It's a bit like Man U down south. They keep changing the manager, but something fundamentally wrong at the club and with that squad of players. And I think changing that is a far bigger job than just saying over 2 games, did Danny Rohl get it wrong? As I say, there probably were a couple of things. He took Mikey Moore off, didn't he? Eyebrows raised at that. But I have to say, I thought he looked knackered. He took 2 Romans off. People were criticising for that. He was on a booking. I did wonder about the decision to take off Giga. When Suter come on, looked shaky.
Yeah.
But it's wee things you could level at him, but I do think...
Well, you just named about 5 things there that you got wrong. I've said wrong.
I'm saying some people said Mikey. I thought he looked tired.
I agree with you. I think to get Rangers back in the race, having where they came from, is a good achievement. It's a good run of games. They've slipped in. Was it 3 wins and 9, and a lot of draws are really damaged them in the league.
Yeah.
What I would say is the way I think when he first came in, very much like Martin Neal at Celtic, he had to play a certain way to get results, and he did that. They're still playing that way after signing these 4 guys in the January. Wee bit one-dimensional for what they spent. I'd be wanting a wee bit more bang for the buck in terms of game plans. I think they're a wee bit. I know they're direct, right? But I think I was quite shocked how direct they've been, and I didn't see an awful lot of creativity. I didn't see an awful lot of combination play. I don't see a lot of kind of clever build-up playing the final third against a low block, which is I know I'm very kind of beardy hipster.
Yeah.
I think they're very one-dimensional, and it's shown when I think they had 24 shots on goal against Celtic, and but only maybe 4 or 5 in target. So there's an issue in the final third.
Yeah.
The strikers are still flaky at times, but I think he is under pressure because they need to find other ways to win games.
Yeah.
And when teams want to sit deep against them and defend, they find it hard. But that's historically been hard for Celtic and Rangers at times. And it is notoriously hard to do it. I just think I'd like to see a bit more nuance, a bit more creativity, a bit more kind of flair in that team. I was kidding on, they spent 40 million quid and they played at Wimbledon in 1987. But 1987 is a bit of success. I just think I need a bit more in terms of, I think he's got to produce a bit more. But listen, he's in good shape, but the questions are going to come now in the season. It's a big finale. Questions will be asked.